Hello, Rama Pupoda. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, relaxed, peaceful, having a happy life. Now, let's go to chapter 35, part 4 Shankaracharya Hill. The friend and Ramdas now started ascending the Shankaracharya Hill. The hill is 1,000 feet above the level of the Kashmir valley. As they climbed higher and higher, Ramdas found as if a screen was slowly being lifted to reveal the grandiose beauty of Kashmir. They reached the top, and a sweeping look all round thrilled Ramdas with a feeling of inexpressible ecstasy. The extensive and picturesque valley was now before him, the stately mountains tinted with a subtle blending of blue and heliotrope and crowned by dazzling flakes of snow were standing in all their dignity at the borders of the valley all round, like guardian angels of the land. The vast lakes scattered all over the valley scintillated in the sun like huge mirrors reflecting the glory of the mountains and the groves of trees covered with green foliage. The Dal Lake, the largest of them, at the base of the hill on which he was reviewing the scene, bore on her placid bosom big red lotus flowers, beside which swans gamboled and spotted. From the height, Hari Parvat was seen as a small mound of earth, the brown walls of the fortress standing out prominently on its top. Then again the river Jhelum. She was running in a zigzag course like a huge serpent creeping through the enchanting valley. The grey, dull houses in the city were visible from a long distance. What with the flashes of water, the greenness of the vegetation, the multi-hued mountain ranges, and the clear blue sky above, the scenery was such that his eyes feasted on the sublimity of God's fascinating creation or manifestation. He turned his attention to the temple. It is constructed of blocks of granite stones, oval in shape at the top and ending in a dome. It has a square platform on its sides. A flight of steps leads the visitor to the sectorium in which the phallic emblem of Shiva, an image above 3 feet high, smooth and polished, stands. A sadhu in his constant attendance in the temple during the daytime. At the top of the temple dome and all round at the lower ground level are installed electric flashlights with huge reflectors. They are said to be a gift made by the Maharaja of Mysore during his visit to Srinagar. In the night, even from long distances from the valley below, these lights illumine the location and the structure of the temple. The great Vedatin Sri Shankaracharya, when he visited Kashmir in his Parivrajak or itinerant life, is said to have made a stay on this hill, and it was at his initiative that the temple of Shiva was first established on the hill. Hence, to this day, the hill is called after his name. The Pandits have a strong in connection with Sri Shankaracharya's visit. Sri Shankaracharya and his disciples took their abode on the top of this hill for several days, and none of the Pandits of Srinagar went up to see them and accorded them hospitality. So the sage and his disciples had to go without food and water. After some days, a few Pandits paid a visit to him on the hill. Now the sage observed, "We have been starving here for many days, and you, great and learned as you are, did not think it fit to offer us the hospitality which the Shastras enjoin on every human being as his or her dharma." To this the Pandits replied, "The fault is not ours. We would certainly welcome and treat with respect and kindness those guests who would visit our city. But since you have chosen to occupy a hill far away from the city, avoiding and renouncing the life of the world, in which also the Lord's power and glory are manifest, we are justified in our attitude towards you and your disciples. As regards your starvation, you need not have undergone it if you have possessed the yogic power by the exercise of which you could have provided yourself with all that you needed. Sri Shankaracharya was a monist or Adventist who looked upon the world as illusion. Probably he did not then believe in God's Shakti in manifestation. He replied, "The world is an illusion. It has no existence, although it seems to be existing to one whose mind is obsessed by ignorance." "You are mistaken," retorted the Pandits. "The world does exist. It is the expression of divine Shakti, the supreme cause of creation, protection, and destruction of all the visible forms that comprise the universe. External renunciation of the world is a folly springing from a false conception of God and His power. Shakti is spotting in the vast phenomena of life, change, and movement in the universe. The true vision does not discard that world as non-existent but looks upon it as the manifestation of God, the Leela of His Shakti. To show Sri Shankaracharya an example of the workings of Shakti, it is said that a Pandit invoked the goddess with the incantation of a mantra and touched a spot on the ground where they sat, and instantly water as from a fountain oozed out of the ground. The Pandits say that Sri Shankaracharya was greatly impressed by the teachings and by the exhibition of God's power by the Pandits, and had to change his line of thought for the one represented by the Pandits. That's all, folks. Let's see in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Pupoda.